techniques of the radiograph. In the previous lecture, we discussed the most common techniques that can be used for the taking radiographs intraorally, which was funneling technique and bisecting technique. We discussed it, and now we said that if you want to see the roots and any abnormalities around the roots of the tooth, even the crown of the root, we have to make an intraoral periapical paralleling or bisecting technique. Now, we have another technique which we name it as bite wing technique. Bite wing technique. If we need just the crown of the tooth, not the roots, if we want to detect any abnormalities in the crown, in the proximal surfaces, and even in the buccal or not lingual, because the lingual will be superimposed, just in the buccal or in the proximal areas or in the crest of the alveolar bone, it's important to see or to take a bite wing technique. Why we name it as bite wing? Bite, meaning biting, occlusion, or wings, wing أجنحة, mean that you have a holder which holding the film and it has wings like that. This is the film. You have a hold to hold it by a holder and bite. So the bite will be on these two sides. Okay, this is the bite and this is the wings. Now, we are explaining the procedure in the interproximal area. As I said, during the examination, إذا عندك امتحان ومطلوب class 2 MO أو DO أو MOD مثلا, but you cannot see it clinically. يعني سريريا انت بس تفحص المريض وتشوف بانه ماكو class 2 ما تشوف any cases. The bite wing will help you in this. بس تاخذ لك bite wing اشعه منها كده تشوف اذا اكو هاي المنطقه او هاي مثلا ميزل اور ديستال، تشوف اذا اكو مثلا كيريز تقدر تدخل الامتحان فرضا. او مثلا patients complaining from the tooth during cold or sweat. طبعا خلوها ببالكم، اي patient يجي مثلا يعاني من حساسيه بالبرد او الحار، على عفوا البرد بس وبالسويتنرز بالحلويات، معناته اكيد you have caries. فبهاي الحاله clinically تشوف ماكو شيء، تشوف sound tooth، بس when you are taking a bite wing, you will see that there is mostly proximal caries, even in the mesial or maybe in the distal side. So, interproximal area of the maxillary and the mandibular teeth, and the area of crestal bone on one film. Crestal bone is also important. This is the crestal bone, or the bone or interdental bone, which was present between two teeth. Why we need the crestal bone? ليش نحتاج مثلا crystal bone to see what? مثلا no, not caries. In the bone there is no caries. Pockets. بالضبط. If you have a suprabony or maybe infrabony pockets, there you see that there will be a resorption in the area. Like in this area, you see it's more than normal. You can detect if even the pain may be not from the tooth; it will be from the pockets. Now, indications. Diagnosis of intraproximal, this is the first and the most important one. Detection of secondary caries under the restoration. You have an amalgam restoration and the patient still complaining from this restoration. يعني مثلا patient يسوي amalgam أو composite restoration بس هم بيعاني من عنده يعني بالحلويات مثلا بالبرد. فلما تاخذ bite wing film, you will see that there is recurrent caries. يعني اكو recurrent caries، اكو جوا الحشوه اكو كيريز همينه بعد. يعني لا لا ما وصل زين. هو from the bite wing you cannot detect that the caries is reaching to the pulp or not, because the caries is the X-ray film is helping you in the diagnosis and it's not diagnostic. يعني مثلا أنا أعطيك فيلم X-ray وأقول لك شوف هذا الكيريز واصل للعصب أو لا. It cannot be detected. ما تقدر أنت تقرر بأنه إذا هذا الكيريز واصل للعصب أو ما واصل. يعني مرات يصير شنو super opposition of the caries on the pulp. يعني عندك كيريز بالبكال اريا بس تاخذ اشعه تشوف الكيريز بالبلب مع العلم ما وصل للبلب. فهو الديتكشن او for exposure cannot be detected by bite-wing technique. Just clinical examination with X-ray. Okay? Now, to study the height of the pulp chamber, even there are some cases that you see that the pulp chamber are high and not low. To take, not to expose the tooth. In the diagnosis of the pulp stone also will be present inside the pulp, will help you in case of if you did a root canal. Study occlusion of the tooth also, it's important. If you see any maybe high spots, detect calculus on the interdental area. If it's absent or it's not obvious, determine if restoration is fractured, also fractured. Restoration can be detected. Relationship of deciduous to permanent teeth in children with a mixed dentition. Also, this is a very important criteria for the bite-wing to see the time of the eruption of the tooth and maybe the time for the exfoliation. Basic principles. How we are taking the X-ray. The film is placed in the mouth parallel to the crown, the same as in the paralleling technique. It should be parallel. The occlusion should be parallel with the floor of the mouth, and the X-ray should be perpendicular to the tooth. Film is stabilized with the patient bites on the bite-wing tab or bite-wing film holder. مثل هذا يكون عندنا هولدر يلزم الفيلم ومنها كأكو اكستنشن البيشنت يعض عليه. إذا ماكو تقدر بس ورقة وتلفها وتخلي لك هيك مثل البايتس والهولدنج اوف ذا فيلم. هذا أحد المختبرات أنا سويتها جروب اليوم حتى إن شاء الله نسويه. The central X-ray of the film being directed through the contact area using +10 vertical angulation. +10 يعني شنو؟ الانجوليشن مال الكون لازم شوية تسوي لك vertical يعني upward of the film. يعني إذا هذا هو المريض فإحنا نسوي له مو zero angulation، راح نسوي شوية more vertical or more upward. ها؟ هسه شوف هذا يعني أن البايت مثلا مال المولد إذا تأخذ البايت مو البيشنت يعض عليه فراح هذا البايت ما يجي زيرو انجوليشن يجي 10 زائد 10 انجوليشن.
اعلى من
بالضبط يعني انت عندك البايتنج نوت ستريت الكاسب طبعا lingual cusp more bulge and bigger than the buccal, so and the patient will bite on the lingual or on the lingual side, so there will be some angulation. يعني خلال العضة مال البيشنت راح يصير عندك 10% angulation وهذا زائد ال 10% يعني يكون upward. فعلى متى احنا راح نخلي السنترال ري زائد 10 مو اكو graduations on the head tube فراح نسوي زائد 10 على مود يجي السنترال ري perpendicular to the film. Even if the film is somewhat bended, it's considered to be normal. Now this is bite-wing tab or film holder. You see, you can hold it. You can make a hole and with an extension with the film on them. Bite-wing X-ray film placement. Now, it is the same. تفضل على منها. شكرا. أخذ يقدر يقول به؟ ولا لا؟ هذا film placement. If you want to see the premolars and molars, you will see the canines, first premolar, second premolar, and the sixth. If you want to see the upper and lower teeth, this is canine 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is distal side of the canine lower 4, 5, 6, and this is the 7. Even you see the proximal restorations, and these are just only pointed occlusal restoration. With this one is the DO or disto-occlusal restorations, and crestal bones all can be seen. If you want to just take X-ray for the premolars and molars, while for the molars only, you have to take, or the central ray should be directed to the 7 in the center of the film. You will see the 6 and the 7, the 6 and the 7 and part of the 5. Even if there is a wisdom teeth, you can find it here. But it cannot be used for the extraction of the wisdom teeth, because in wisdom teeth we need roots also to be obvious on the film. Now, this is all about the bite-wing technique. Any question?
No.
Right. Wisdom, سن العقل. مولا. عيني.
الحمد لله لا عوف له. أنا ما عندي شيء في
لا هو depend on the patient. أكو patients عندهم أكو ما عندهم. فإذا أكو يبين بالبايتوينج. بس مثلا إذا نريد نشرح الويزدم تيث ما نقدر بالبايتوينج. يعني كل الأحوال تاخذين أشعة على مود تشرحين الثيرد مولر، أوكي؟ بس احنا شو اللي نقدر ولا نقدر هذا ما يبين. فاحنا ما نقدر نطبق البايتوينج على مود الاكستراكشن مال الثيرد مولر.
ما تعرف الوزدم قد تسأله على تكنيك من شرح الوزدم يمكن.
الأو بي جي أو حتى الثيري أذكر مرات يصير، بس هو الأو بي جي أسهل. Yes, just the extension. يعني بس أو زيادة كاملة. صدقني أنا نخيل بس أو تغيير زيادة بس ما يعني. Okay. You will bite just only on the extension and not on the whole the film. Okay. Just biting on this extension. The film will be yes on the inner side of the tooth.
ملاصق للسن الجنجايف.
اي بس شويه بيندنج بس شوف بيند اوف ذا فيلم شويه بيندنج راح يصير لي على متابعه احنا بنسوي زايد 10 انجريشن.
عادي حتى لا نطاج الفيلم شويه.
ايه عادي مرات احنا نسوي بيندنج.
تمام. ما يصير خلل هذا اللي يورد يصير؟
لا ما يصير ديستورشن قصدي. لا ما يصير ديستورشن يعني تسوي بيندنج شويه. اكو مجال البيز بي مجال بس مو هو اذا ينكسر لا راح يصير بلير. Now the occlusal technique. The occlusal one, we said that we have several types of films. We said the child one, the narrow, the universal, and bite-wing, and we have the occlusal film. The occlusal film, it will be presented and it is bigger than the normal, and the patient will come bite on it. The patient bites on the occludes on the entire film. The patients will bite on the film. Okay, there is no wings to bite on it. Just bite on it. يعني البيشنتس اللي راح يعض على الاوكلوزال فيلم كلياتا، واحنا ناخذ اشعه ماكسيلاري والمانديبولار. سايز 4 فيلم يعني ماكو اجنحه حلال، هو نفس الفيلم والبيشنت يعرض عليه هسه. بالادلت سايز 4 فيلم هذا الكبير اتس بيجر وان. ان تشيلدرن سايز 2 اليونيفرسال نقدر نستعمله كاوكلوزال فيلم. Head position. طبعا you see this is the film, the patient holding or biting on the tooth, just biting. If you want to take the maxillary, the mandibular film, we have to, the patient should be laid down. يعني مو هواية كل شيء تقريبا زيرو angulation شوية يعني
45
بالضبط. على مود الهيد السنترال راي يجي directly to the occlusal film. هذا بالضبط perpendicular to the film. هذا ايش ياخذ لنا؟ ياخذ just lower teeth, lower occlusal. Okay. While for the maxillary, the head of the patient should be upright position with the occlusion parallel to the floor of the mouth, and you will direct the X-ray from the top to the maxilla. For the maxillary teeth revealing.
دكتور هذا يطلع كل الفك؟ كل الفك يطلع يعني الاوكلوجن مالته؟
بس التوث.
اي يعني
التوث والساينس مثلا بالابر. باللور راح يطلع عندك السبمانديبولر والاوكلوجن. هسه.
اوكي.
Occlusal technique used to examine large area. If you want to examine a large area, the occlusal film will be used. Nowadays, it's not so used because we have OPGs. OPG will reveal more than occlusal, but it can be used in certain cases. Identifying the extent of lesion in backolingual direction. If you have a lesion for any tooth, but it is not mesodistally extended, it extended to the backolingually. So it can be detected. Backolingual location of the impacted tooth also can be detected in occlusal film. Location of developing teeth in children, as we said, time of shedding and time of the eruption of the teeth. Image patient with trismus have limited opening palm. تريسماس تعرفون شنو تريسماس؟
اي يعني ما يقدرون يفتحون ما يقدرون يفتحون حلقهم.
بالضبط. اللي ما يقدرون يفتحون حلقهم هوايه فاحنا ايش نسوي؟ just trismus, just occlusal film, bite on it and you can just do the X-ray. Film is placed. We discussed this. Now this was the maxillary occlusal film. Patients occluding on the bite wing with a 65-degree perpendicular or somewhat perpendicular to the occlusal film. We can detect it. This is how we can detect for the maxillary teeth. The patients will hold the occlusal film and the 65-degree vertical angulation can be detected to expose the tooth, or the central line will expose on the tooth. Now, these are the advantages of the occlusal film. شنو هذا؟
impacted teeth.
بالضبط. هذا impacted canine. Canines with a lentiginous cyst in the area. You see it making resorption to the palatal bone, affecting the central, the lateral, and what is this tooth? بالضبط. C. Because it's impacted, so it's not shedded. So this is 1, 2, this is C, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. Okay. What about this? You see that if you're counting, طبعا الأشعة الكاونتينج كل مهم. حتى بالأو بي جي لازم تحسب حساب الأسنان، مثلا هذا سنترال لاترال يعني مثلا 1 2 3 هذا 4، إذا أكو نقص أو إذا أكو زيادة مثلا. فهاي الحالة فرضا هذا 1 2 3 4 5 6 لا هذا الشيء.
سوبر نيومريت.
بالضبط. You see that this is a supernumerary teeth. mean that it's an accessory tooth. Accessory tooth, or the patient complain of. Okay, what about this?
هذا crowded.
Huh?
Crowded.
لا الكراودينج ما تقدر تحددها.
هذا بيدونتي.
بالضبط هذا pediatric. هذا pediatric for the eruption. Pediatric anterior. Sometimes you will be suspicious that the tooth is not present. مثلا اكو شاب مثلا عمره خلينا نقول هو سنترال سيجي ب8 وعمره 9 سنين بعد السنترال بطال. You will be suspicious for the presence or maybe congenital missing of the tooth. هاي الحالة احنا شو نسوي؟ راح ناخذ الاكس راي ونتاكد اذا السنترالز موجوده فنشوف عادي present but not all the roots will be formed. We said that at least 2/3 of the roots will be formed, then there will be eruption. طبعا اذا اجاك بالامتحان سؤال how you determine the eruption or the maybe extraction of the tooth or the chronology of the tooth. مثلا اذا عندك patient age ماله خلينا نقول هو 8 وبعد السنترالز باقي البرايمري سنترال. You decide to extract or to preserve the tooth. يعني شلون تقرر بانه تحافظ على هذا السن او مثلا